Today we will continue with the topic tenses, and we are going to study about past tenses. Okay, so tenses are of three kinds: past, present and future. Present, all four types we have done. In this video we will learn about past tense. Now past tense refers to the events that has happened in past, and the simple past is a verb tense that is used to talk about things that happened or existed before now. Okay, now imagine someone asks you what your brother Rahul did while he was in town last weekend. So you will say Rahul entered a bodybuilding event. He won the silver medal. So you will refer it as a past event. So the first tense that we will study about is the simple past tense, also called as past indefinite. Is a verb tense which is used to show that a completed action took place at a specific time in the past. And the simple past is also frequently used to talk about past habits and generalizations. Now let's read the detailed description of simple past and simple past exercises. Subject, verb plus to. Verb, the second form of the verb, that is the structure of the simple past tense. Subject plus V2. The second form of the verb is used in simple past tense. Now these verbs, many are in irregular forms and many in regular forms. So questions are made with did and negative forms made with did not. Why? Because did is the helping verb that helps you express the past tense, simple past tense. Okay, now I saw a movie yesterday. I didn't see a play yesterday. You see how it is changing. When we use did, we do not use V2. Last year I traveled to Japan. Last year I didn't travel to Korea. Did you have dinner last night? See, when we have to remember, whenever you use did in a sentence or didn't, it's done. You do not use the V2 form of the verb then. Only one indication of past is enough in a sentence. So when we use did, we already have told that this sentence is in past. So no need of using V2 after the use of did. So simple past structure we can say is when we use the to be forms, because I again repeat, verbs are just not action words. Be forms, have, has forms and do, they all are verbs too. So when to be is there means am, is, are, and in past, like you can see here, was and were. So was and were are used in past simple tense when the sentence is expressing the state of being. Okay, so negative, then again we are just adding not, then question, was, were plus subject plus object. Was when the subject is singular and were when the subject is plural. Now the main verbs, like the action words as we know them, subject plus V2. In regular it will be ed, d or ed, and irregular it will completely change. So the negative part did not and the question did. In verb, in the base form, root form V1. Yes. Now usage. Where do we use it? To express completed action in the past, to describe a series of completed actions in the past, to express habits in the past. For stative verbs, have, be, think. When we believe something, know, dislike, need, or wish. Okay, when we own something, that. For that we use simple past tenses. As we come to past continuous tense, now continuous as a concept remains the same, an action that is continuing. Now in past, that past continuous that action began sometime in the past and continued for a short period of time after the action started. The continuing action is in past, started and ended in the past. This tense describes action or events that happened at a specific time in the past. Now, how do we form the past continuous tense? The structure is to add to be verb with the base of main verb and then add ing in the main verb. So, subject plus was and were plus main root form of the verb and ing. Just like present continuous where we had am, is, are. Now, was and were is nothing but the past of am, is, are. Was is for singular and were is for plural. Then, verb and ing remains the same as present continuous. Yes. So, what is changing here? Just was and were. I was watching television when she called me last night. See, we have specified the time of the past action. The past continuous tense is was watching. We were playing football when he sprained his wrist last week. The past continuous is were playing. Now, the form is subject was were plus be plus ing. Negative we add not, and question we bring was and were forward. Usage to describe parallel action. Two actions are described and both are in past. One is in past continuous and one is simple past. To describe what someone was doing at a particular point in time. See, in the second sentence, I was working in the garden all day yesterday. Now, yesterday is mentioned. Particular time frame is mentioned. And in the first sentence, while I was washing the dishes, I heard a loud noise. There two parallel actions are going on, both in the past. Okay. To express interrupted actions in the past, I was drawing to work when I crashed my car. So one action is interrupting the other. So because of that, that continuous action in the past ended. To describe repetition and irritation, he was always complaining in class. Okay, so repetition and irritation also is described through past continuous tense. Now we come to past perfect, also called as perfect. Why is that so? So it is a tense used to talk about actions that were completed before some point in the past. Perfect is it has ended. Now present perfect ended just now. In the present, just now it ended. Completed action. Past perfect ended in some point in past, but it was a completed action. Like continue. The continuous tenses show continued action in present, past or future. Perfect tenses show completed action in all three, present, past and future. Okay, so this talks about past in the past. The formula of past perfect tense is subject plus had plus V3. See, are you recalling the present perfect tense? It was has and have. Yes, so had is the past of has and have. So here we don't have to take the headache of checking whether it is singular and plural, because had is common in both and V3 is also common in all perfect tenses. You will find the use of V3, that is past participle form of the verb. It doesn't matter if the subject is singular or plural, the formula doesn't change, I just told you. Okay, so the past perfect tense expresses action in the past before another action in the past. This is the past in the past. For example, we see here how we use it to describe an action finished before another past action. Describe an action that happened before a specific time in the past. To describe cause and effect combined with past simple. Then to emphasize the result of an activity in the past. Read the examples. It will further clarify if you have any doubts. And remember the structure: subject plus had plus V3. Then negative we use not, so it becomes hadn't. And question, as usual, we put the helping verb in the start, so had comes in the start. So here you see Richard had gone out when his wife arrived in the office. To describe an action finished before another past action. The another past action is his wife arrived, so he had already gone out. Then describe an action that happened before a specific time. Before last night is the specific time. To describe cause and effect, got stuck in the traffic because they had an accident. Cause and effect, yes. Then emphasize the result of an activity. I had been to London twice by the time I got a job in New York. So an activity in the past is going to London twice. Yes. Okay. Now we come to past perfect continuous tense. What is that? Also known as past progressive tense. Shows that an action that started in past continued up till another time in the past. I had told you perfect continuous are continued and finished both at the same time. Yes, perfect means done and continued means in action. So perfect continuous means was continuing until it ended in general sense of terms. Okay, so this is the one that is new for you. Okay, present and past and future perfect continuous tenses. So first let's see the structure. So it is present perfect was have been, this is had been, easier to remember, right? Then root verb plus ing. Yes, the present participle. So this present participle remains common in all three, present, past and future. Like ing also remains common in continuous tenses in all three. So what you need to remember is present perfect continuous was has, have been, and here it is had been. Okay, unlike the present perfect continuous, which indicates an action that began in past and continued up to the present, the past perfect continuous is a verb tense that indicates something that began in the past, continued in the past, and also ended in a defined point of time in the past. So when we use this in a sentence, we have to remember this, that it should start in the past, continue in the past, and end in the past. Okay, he had been drinking milk out of the carton when mom walked into the kitchen. Now see, second sentence is in past tense. So the action got completed in the past, started in the past, continued and completed all in the past. I had been working at the company for 5 years when I got the promotion. Second sentence, notice, also in the past. Yes, so the action ended in the past before it was continuing. When, for, since and before are words that you may use alongside the past perfect continuous tense. Again, the structure, subject had been plus verb plus ing form. Then not in the negative will be added, and question as usual, had will come ahead. Usage to describe a past action already started and continued up to another action or time in the past. To express duration before something in the past. Richard needed a holiday because he had been working hard for 6 months. See, duration is given. To describe the cause of something in the past, he was tired because he had been jogging. So, something was caused in the past and we are describing the reason. Okay. Now, in the next video, I'll see you with the explanation of future tenses. Thank you.